Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. We're outside on a overcast, dark day. It is December 5th, Thursday, and this is the warmest day that we've had in the past week. So I'm going to come out in the garden and do a few chores, remove some plants that didn't survive the freeze and the cold, and then start some more seeds. And I'm going to bring you along. So here in this bed, this is by volume, my largest bed that I have. We're going to remove my okra plants. They are spent, as well as my basil. The cold killed both of them. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do next with this bed. I'll probably do something with it in the spring. But for right now, the spent plants, we're going to go ahead and remove them. I have my pruners that I'm going to try to cut the plants out to the soil level. I don't want to remove the roots or anything like that. The roots will break down over time and feed the bed. Okay, that's that for the basil. Now we're going to go over to the other side and do the okra. So we have cleaned up this bed. We have a remaining Scotch bonnet pepper, and we have a couple of blackberry bushes that I recently purchased that I have sitting in here until the spring, where I can sit them out in their new area. And we have one remaining heavy hitter okra plant that, I guess because it was low to the ground, it is thriving, hasn't died yet, so I decided not to cut it back. Okay, here we have two crookneck squash plants, and they look really the worse for wear. However, I do have some fruit that is actually growing on them. So I'm thinking about covering them and seeing what happens, as well as behind them here we have a eggplant, and I'm probably going to go ahead and cover it as well, and to see what happens. On the eggplant, I'm going to remove what's dead. or looks dead, and try to stake it some and see if I can save it. So we have the eggplant covered as well as the two squash plants covered. And hopefully it's not too late to save at least the eggplant. The only reason I'm covering the squash is because they have fruit, and the plant didn't look 100% dead yet, and the fruit are still growing. So we'll see what happens. We're supposed to be at night still in with cool temperatures, and next week, believe it or not, we'll be back in the 70s and a couple nights in the 50s, 60s, and then we're going to turn and go cool again. So I don't know when these will get uncovered. I do have them still connected to the drip system, so when I do water the other plants, they'll get watered too. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you, Ken. I'm going to plant some more food. We have some cabbages, some Asian greens, and some lacinato kale that I'm going to plant. The first thing I'm going to do is to fill up my planting trays that I have here. I have one already, and I'm going to fill these two back up. So we're going to take our potting soil, and this is a mixture from a company called Organic Mechanics, and it's for organic use, OMR rated. So that's one. And let's do the other one. And here's the second one. Tamp it down. Put this away. Okay, we're going to start with the lacinato kale. I got this and several other seeds from a company called Florida Living Seeds, and I'll put their website on the screen. They're located in Altamont Springs, Florida, and these are seeds that are predominantly geared toward what will grow in the Florida area. It's a small family-owned business, and I'd like to support them. So with the kale, we're going to drop some in my hand, go down about half an inch or so with my index finger. And we're going to drop 2 or 3 seeds in each hole. And the remainder we're going to put back in. Make sure the seeds are pressed down into the soil. And then we're going to cover back up. And let me write a label real quick. And just like that, we have kale planted. We're going to do a label for a cabbage. I'm not sure which variety I'm going to plant yet. Let's look and see. Let's do the premium late flat Dutch. Okay, we're going to write a label for them right now. And just like with the lacinato kale, we're going to go down about a half an inch. And sprinkle 2 or 3 seeds in each hole. And drop the rest in. Back in their container. Put them away. Press the seeds down. Make sure they are in contact with the soil. And then cover them up. Put our label in. That's 2. Last one. We don't know what we're planting yet, so let's see what we're going to plant. Let's see about planting some chun mei pak choi. The seeds are from Kitazawa. Today's date goes on the label. These are pak choi. And the variety chun mei. Okay, same process. Press down. And 2 to 3 seeds in each hole. Put the extra back in. Pressing down to make sure the seeds are in contact with the soil, and then cover up. And put the label in. Okay. I like to water from the bottom when starting seeds, so I'm going to do that here. And I'm also going to gently moisten the soil from the top. And there we go. We have seeds planted, and hopefully they will germinate and we can plant more food. I hope you enjoyed the video. Come along with me while I showed you what the cold damage did to some of my plants and how we belatedly are trying to take care of ones that are in trouble. And lastly, starting more seeds. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, take a moment to consider doing so. I can grow a lot of vegetables and food by myself, but I cannot grow the channel without your help. If you do decide to subscribe, don't forget to hit the like button and the notification bell all, and you'll be notified whenever I upload new content. Chances are, if you like it, your friends and family will also. Make sure you check out too Florida Living Seeds. If you are located in Florida, or even if you're not, check out her website, or their website rather, and help local small businesses. If you haven't become a member of my channel, think about doing so. 3 to 5 times a month, I will upload content for members only. I post comments for members only, and sporadically have seed giveaways and other things for members only. I'm trying to grow that part of my channel, so every little bit helps. Until next time, always remember, even in small spaces such as mine, you can grow a lot of food for yourself and your family. Stay blessed, stay strong, and grow, grow, grow. Lastly, and most importantly, always give the thanks to God, for without Him, we are nothing. Until next time, take care.